iNews Views, August 16th. Explosions that were the equivalent of nearly 25 tons of TNT rocked Tianjin, China last week. More than 1,000 firefighters rushed to the scene as frightened citizens scrambled to safety. There were more than 50 fatalities and more than 700 hospitalized. Medical facilities are still overwhelmed with the sudden influx of patients. The warehouses that exploded were storing hazardous chemicals, but the exact cause of the explosions is not known. Nearby residents are concerned about the possibility of toxic fumes as fires continue to burn and a smoky haze fills the air. A Chinese-led consortium will raise the Sewol ferry boat in 3 phases that should be completed by next July at a cost of 85.1 billion won. An operations center will be built in Jindo to house about 100 divers and 100 technicians. An unmanned vehicle with a team of Korean divers will conduct a precision survey of the ship in preparation for the first stage of removing fuel from the ship's tanks. China's transportation ministry officials have confirmed that top priority will be given to recovery of the remains of the 9 missing passengers. Shanghai Salvage also recovered the Eastern Star ship that sank in the Yangtze River this June. Japan's Prime Minister Abe stopped short of offering a direct apology in his own words while issuing a statement on the 70th anniversary of its surrender to end World War II. Opinion polls in Japan show that many believe Japan has apologized sufficiently for its aggression, atrocities against colonies, and treatment of prisoners of war. China and South Korea were hopeful that Mr. Abe would make a more sincere apology in his own words. But that didn't happen, and in this speech, Mr. Abe said that future generations of Japanese shouldn't be burdened by the actions of the past. The Prime Minister's approval rating among Japanese voters has fallen in recent weeks due to controversial legislation being pushed through Parliament that would give Japan greater roles in conflicts overseas. A man was killed on the Raptor roller coaster in Cedar Point Amusement Park in Ohio. He reportedly lost his wallet and got out of the car to track it down when he was hit by a train that was in operation. Witnesses said that the man jumped over a fence and entered a restricted area under the Raptor. No other riders or park personnel were injured in the accident. Cedar Point has been operating for 146 years and is America's second oldest continually operated amusement park. The park has 17 roller coasters, and the Raptor travels at speeds of 100 kilometers per hour. North Korea is denying responsibility for the landmine explosions that maimed 2 South Korean soldiers at the DMZ in Paju. The 3 mines were manufactured by North Korea and positioned just outside the South Korean post in the South Korean half of the 2.5-mile-wide demilitarized zone. After careful investigations by South Korea and the United Nations Command, the mines were found to have been planted by North Korean troops. On its state-run television network, North Korean authorities said that they were ready to attack the Blue House and the White House over the military exercises scheduled to begin this week. The Lotte Group sent a letter to the government and National Assembly saying that group founder Mr. Shin is having problems with movement and judgment due to his age. Dongbin Shin, the younger son of the is embroiled in a bitter struggle for control of the conglomerate with his older brother and father. The 17-page letter also offered an apology to the public for the escalating family feud and promised to streamline the organization and put professional CEOs in charge instead of relying on the founding family members.